Hi, it's Sean, the Fluency Awesomeizer. This is Decoding Multi-Syllabic Words, episode 97. I've got 4 words I want to take a close look at today. Let's get started. I want you to read these words right out loud. What's this first word? How about this one? The third word. And finally. All right, were any of those tricky to read? Did you need more time? Keep watching. I'm going to show you some strategies and some information you might want to recall next time you come across words like those when you're reading independently. First, a reminder of the fable, the tortoise and the hare, and the moral, slow and steady wins the race, which is great advice for when you do get stuck on a big unfamiliar word, like this one, for example. Think of these words as races. There is a finish line, and if you read like the hare, you might want to get to that finish line first. You'll zip through a big word like this. That's where mistakes can happen, but if you read like the tortoise, you take it slow and steady when you come to these words. That patience is definitely going to help improve your ability to decode them. Very important. All right, let's practice. This first word here starts with add. I want to take a moment here and point out that that is a D. Easily confused with a B. There's ab. Add, ab. So let's see. What's a way that I can help you here? Keep track of your B's and D's. I want you to hold your hands out in front of you and put your thumbs up, all right, just like this. On your left hand, that's a B. You can see it kind of resembles a B. On your right is a D. I want you to think about the word bed, all right? See the B on the left, D on the right. Hold your hands out. If you ever get stuck on wondering if it's a B or a D, you can hold your hands out and remind you the word bed. All right, so that is a D. There's the syllable ject. And that looks like tithe. This is the word adjectives. Adjectives, that's a plural noun. The root word's adjective, which is a noun. Does that? Wait, doesn't sound right about that. The word adjective is in ancient Latin, adjectivus. Adjectivus in Latin is a thing added to a noun. Now you need to know this, especially you spellers out there. This Latin root ject, that means to throw. So this word adjectivus, think of a frog. You can describe a frog as green or slimy, right? So this ject root in the word Latin word adjectivus literally means to throw adjectives at something, right? Yeah, adjectivus is a word thrown at a noun. Interesting way to think about that. So this part of that Latin word carried over to English. English kept that root and added a silent E. Take a look, adjective. That's how it's pronounced, but it does have a silent E for adjective because there isn't one word out there that ends with just the letter V. That always, any word that ends with a V sound always has a silent E attached. So adjective is a describing word, as you probably know, like green and slimy. Those are adjectives. Just put an S on adjectives and you get adjectives. The second word I showed you starts with ob. That is a B, not a D. There's odd. Remember, B on your left, D on your right. Think of the word bed, right? So there's object. No, this is the word objectives. That's a plural noun. Root word is objective, which is a noun, or it's also an adjective. And the root word of that is object, and that goes back to Latin too. The origin of that word is objectum in Latin. There's the ject, Latin root I was talking about, meaning thrown, or throw. So an objectum in Latin is something thrown, right? Makes sense, object. There's another Latin word, objectivus, meaning in relation to its object, which is kind of hard to follow along. But this part of the Latin word objective is the origin of the English word objective. And again, no words end with just a V. English added a silent E to that Latin root, objective. So objective is something aimed at. It's like a goal or a target, right? An objective. And in that sense, this Latin root ject, an objective is literally something you throw yourself into, right? Kind of interesting stuff there. All right, put an S on the end of objectives. You've got objectives, 3-syllable word. Third word I showed you, I'm going to start down at the finish line of this word. So that's the tricky part, is making it to the finish line. And down there, it's a good idea to start there sometimes if you're stuck on a word like this. There's quate, the syllable quate. Now there's QU. I'm going to talk about this Q for a second here. You're probably looking at that, you're thinking, well, that looks like a number 9. I'm used to Q's looking like this with a curly Q on the end. Well, you need to know that Q can sometimes look like a 9. A lot of times when it's printed, it doesn't have that curly Q. And if you're confused, know that Q is always followed by a letter U, so that's your clue that it's qua. And there's quate, and now it's equate. Inadequate. This is the word inadequate. Inadequate is an adjective. The root word is adequate, and the origin of that word is an ancient Latin word, acus, meaning equal. Yeah, see the EQU of the word equal? That's the root of the word equal. There's another Latin word, adequatus, meaning equalized or made equal. And that part of the big Latin word adequatus is where English came up with adequate. Now there's a silent E on the end of that word too, adequate. The thing about adequate is it's not pronounced quate after all. We pronounce it adequate, right? So you have to know it's quate. And there's the Latin root equa, E-Q-U-A, meaning equal, right? So the word adequate means equal to what's needed. Like toilet paper, for example. That's an adequate supply of toilet paper for anybody's house. Inadequate, put that prefix on, and it's kind of the opposite. It's insufficient, which is not enough. Yo, we don't have enough toilet paper. So inadequate, tricky word to spell. The last word I show you is indicate. That is a verb, indicate. Origin of that is decade in Latin, meaning to proclaim, like decade, listen up everybody. Decade means to proclaim in Latin. There's another Latin word, indicatus, meaning to point out, like, hey everybody, we're down to our last roll of toilet paper, yay. Indicatus, see that part of the word? The origin of the English word indicate, where again, they added a silent E to that Latin word. To get indicate, and like, hey, listen up everybody, whoop, 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 alarm, we have plenty of toilet paper now. I think there's a little more. All right, so is that enough? Yep, that's it. We got plenty of toilet paper. There's plenty. Oh, we got a lot more. Here comes some more. Okay, that's enough. We got. Oh, there's one last roll. Indicate. All right, that's it for today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook for more decoding videos like this. Tell a friend, a family member, or a teacher about me too. At my Facebook page, there's a photo album full of reading challenges I've written to help you continue practice decoding those big words and awesomize your fluency. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Come back and see me soon. Bye.